Uh, this is going to be a rant, but I want to talk about this particular subject. But first things first, I do this for me, for venting purposes, and if you don't like it, please get the fuck off my channel. I'm not looking for any praise, no accolades. Now, back to the subject at hand. I want to talk about the dock workers strike. I want to talk about the boycotting of the dock workers. Now, the strike ended some days ago, but the strike lasted for only 3 days. Now, in my honest opinion, what I've heard that when it came to 50,000 people, 50,000 employees that work for the docks, 50,000 were basically boycotting the companies, saying that they wanted more money or something like that, or more benefits. So on that third day, they said that the government decided to step in and told the workers, in a way, I guess in their own way, the government told the workers to get back to work. But the thing was that I heard they reached an agreement. I heard that the dock workers and the government reached an agreement so that the workers could have more, I guess, more benefits, to have more benefits when it comes to when it comes to the workplace. But I've realized something too. By them only lasting for 3 days, I could be wrong. For them lasting for 3 days of the strike, that's going to be the last straw. This, in my honest opinion, this is going to be the beginning of the end for all dock workers. Since the dock workers did that, and the strike only lasted for 3 days, and when the government had to step in, I think the government is going to do the switcheroo in the future. If a situation ever arises again, in my honest opinion, they're going to bring a full level of automation to the docks. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that ever since this strike happened, and if it does happen again, the government is going to issue out full automation to for all dock employees. Basically, they're going to replace all the dock workers with robots. So those dock work, so those dock working places, those workplaces at the docks is going to be fully automated. It's going to be fully automated, and I'm gonna tell you why it's going to be like that. Because like years ago, I heard throughout the years, I heard that dock workers, especially dock workers from overseas, they used to strike. They used to boycott and strike against their companies too. But I've heard a nasty, dark rumor about those dock workers. I've heard that throughout the years that even though they strike and boycotted their employers at the docks, I heard that throughout the years that the dock workers were becoming greedy. They were beginning to become very greedy. It's like they wanted more for less. I repeat, I heard a nasty rumor that in the ongoing years, those dock workers, especially those dock workers from overseas, they were becoming very greedy. They wanted more for less. They wanted more by working less, and that's why I say that in the future, if this ever arises again, the government is not only going to step in, but they're going to issue out a full level of automation for all docks, for different companies. Because, in my honest opinion, when I heard that the government had to step in and told those dock workers to go to work, that's when I knew that it was the beginning of the end for those dock workers. Even though they came up with an agreement, which is all fine and dandy and all, the thing what I'm trying to say is that when I heard that they was about to boycott, I realized that it was going to mess up. It was really going to mess up uh, the the uh, the country's economy and all that stuff. Supply and demand. But it goes way deeper than that. is more than just supply and demand. This is the future state for all dock workers in America and possibly the whole fucking world. And by the American dockers doing that, that was the last straw. That was the last straw. So if they ever come up with a strike again, best believe that the government is going to issue automation for all docks throughout America. So basically, those dockers, they're going to lose their jobs in the future due to robots. And also, I thought that the boycott was going to last for like 30 or 40 days, but it didn't. It only lasted for 3 motherfucking days. That's also that was also the thing that I was concerned about too. I'm thinking that the boycott was going to last for about 40. I thought that the boycott was going to last for about 30 to 40 days or something like that, but it only lasted for 3 fucking days. You meant to tell me that all this hoopla, all this ranting and raving, talking about boycotting and strike and boycotting the company and all this stuff, and the strike only lasted for about 3 days. That's when and like I said before, even though the strike only lasted for 3 days, all that hooting and raving and all that stuff, it just lets me know that whenever this comes about again, best believe that the government is going to make an example out of these dock workers, and they're going to replace the dock workers with robots, fully automation. So to all the dock workers out there, to all those 50,000 dock workers out there, I'm letting you know right now, that was the last straw. That was the last straw from the company. And if the government has to, and if the government, and if the strike, and if another strike does happen again, and if the government has to intervene again, best believe that the government is going to issue full automation. You're going to lose your jobs. All of you dock workers are going to lose your jobs. You might as well find something else. If y'all end up striking again, you're going to lose your jobs by robot. You're going to lose your jobs by robots. Best believe it. I guarantee you, because it's not good for. I'm gonna be real with you, man. For any company, it's not good for the government to step on in, and they decided to, and they decide to clear everything out. That's not good. Situations like that should be handled by the employers, basically the company itself. But if the government gets involved, best believe it, they're going to try any means necessary to try to rectify that problem. So if a strike does happen again, best believe it, they're going to replace you dock workers with robots. And like I said before, this strike was the bottom line. It was the last straw, because all that hooting and hollering and raving only lasted for 3 motherfucking days. Not no 30 days, not no 40 days, but 3 days. So that's about it. And that's all I gotta say about that, man. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, man. So thank you so much, and have a good day.